It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's dive in. Bitcoin pushing back up to 49, but having problems there. Struggling to break over that. I'm a little surprised, but like I said, this area back here could hold as some resistance. There was some congestion right through here. But it is curled up off of the 10-day, and it is testing this little short-term downtrend. So we just need to see 49,000 break for this run to continue. If not, and it keeps selling off down this downtrend, then we could be in for some consolidation or maybe even a pullback. Now looking at this on the 4 hour, it almost looks like a head and shoulders. So let's go to the daily chart. Kinda, yeah. I mean, you could call this a head and shoulders, I guess. That would be the head, this arm up, and then this could be the other shoulder where it just peaked at, because it's right across where the other shoulder starts, and then we could see an arm down, a red arm down. So if it doesn't break out of this downtrend very soon, which is bullish, it's above the 10-day, looking good. If it doesn't break above it soon, though, we could see it pull back to that 45,000. But that's the worst case scenario right now. The best case scenario is it pushes over the top of this red candle, this indecision red candle, and closes above it. This green candle here, this one it's starting. This is the daily chart. So if it pushes above it and closes above that downtrend, we'll see that 50,000 test probably tomorrow, maybe even Monday. Ethereum not able to break that 3,300, didn't even get up there, got to 3,290 before getting slowed down. This could possibly be a head and shoulders as well. Shoulder there, head here, possible shoulder, but it is in this channel of consolidation, and it is above the 10-day currently. It looks like the same situation with Bitcoin, where if we see this candle push above the red candle, that would be a bullish engulfing candle, and we could see a break over 3,300 here, maybe tonight on Ethereum. That could be a possibility. If not, we're going to drop back down to 3,000 probably. We'll see what happens tonight. There very well could be a breakout because some of the altcoins are breaking out even more. Luna breaking out a little earlier than I expected, but it was looking very bullish, breaking above that 33.75 area and running all the way up to 36.5. It's currently pulled back to 35, so 35 is acting as a little resistance, but not much of a pullback so far, and buying volume is ramping up. You can see that buying volume there. This bar here, followed by an increasing buying volume bar. So looks like we may explode up over 35. Luna may move up to 40, maybe even 50 if it makes another leg like this up. And that's all new highs, so there's nothing but air ahead of us, no past chart resistance. It's basically going to be every 25 cents, every 50 cents, every dollar. Those are going to be resistance areas at some point. Now, the higher this gets, the more resistance pressure we're going to get, the more selling pressure we're going to get. Because anybody who bought in here is going to turn into sellers if we move up to $45 or $50. Anybody back here still holding like me might be still holding up at $50, might not be. I can't promise that I won't lock out profits up that high. So that's pretty much the best case scenario on Luna anyway, but looks like that may happen. Cardano breaking up out of that triangle. I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart here. Perfect little bounce off of that 250 support. That definitely has turned into new support. The only problem so far is it didn't make a new high. It got rejected at 295 with this double top on these two candles, and it's sold off, so it is curling back up on the 10-day moving average, and it needs to continue that curl up and break $3 on this curl. If this drops below the 10-day moving average, we'll be in a channel, and it could easily drop back down to 265, 270, maybe even 250. But the 50-day right now is at 265. But very bullish move to break out of that triangle and is holding above it. So it does look good. It does look like it will try to break 3. Atom bouncing beautifully off of that bottom support. Bouncing again off of the 50-day and the 10-day. Making another push up. got all the way up to 2150 back in this top channel here. This line is starting to hold as support. As you can see, that red candle right there has been getting bought up. That little wick there getting pushed off of that support line. So if Atom breaks 2150, we could see it push up to that 24, maybe 25. And the Cosmos ecosystem is growing very fast. So I am getting more bullish on Cosmos and a lot of the other blockchain coins like Persistence, Cash, Dash, all of those. So I expect by the end of this year to see Cosmos, to see Atom break over $30 and start hovering around that 30 to 40 area. Maybe even higher, because if it does break this previous high, that would be another big leg up, would be up to 50 or 60. It looks a little crazy now as a prediction because we got to break this 25. So until we break up out of this channel, we are not going to see any highs. But we do have, I just noticed this, we do have an inverse head and shoulders. So where the head and shoulders normally it would be up here, it's down here. This is a shoulder, this is a head, this is another shoulder, and we've broken up out of that head and shoulders. So yeah, I would say Cosmos is going to go to 25. There's a very good chance of it with the breakout of this pattern that I'm seeing here. And Luna is a part of the Cosmos ecosystem, and you see how high that boy is going. So there's a lot of potential here in the Cosmos ecosystem. Still holding my bond swing. It did get a quick little pop up to 33.50, but I'm still holding it because it was short-lived. We're still climbing up the 50-day, making a little U-shape here. It's actually breaking out a little bit right as I'm talking about it. But with this little U-shape, it's probably going to have another push up to that 33, 34 area. But what I want to see is it hold up in this area, not give it all back like it did on this candle. But bond looking very bullish. CGLD holding that 450 area of support so far. Do have a downtrend here, which makes this an actual flag because that support area of 450 is holding up so far. If it comes back up and breaks over the top of this triangle about 465, we could see CGLD back up to $5. If it drops out of this triangle, it's got a ways to fall back down to the 50-day at 360. This is probably 8 hours away from making a decent move up or down. But this is a perfect bull flag pattern. There's the flagpole and there's the flag. So we'll see what happens here. So CLV, Clover Finance, has actually been holding the $1.50 area as some support. Made this channel between $1.50 and $2. This almost looks like that inverse head and shoulders that was on bond. So we could see a breakout coming here. It's been a nice little build up since it bounced off the 200-day. Well, we could see it test $2 again soon. This will be the third test of $2. It is a possibility it could break $2. So I would keep CLV on watch very close the next couple of days. CTSI, I'm still holding. You can see it's still testing the downtrend. I am just waiting for it to break this downtrend with a strong break. It's pushed up to 82 twice, and then on this candle so far, 81. So we just need another big buying volume push. Had a little pullback there. If we see increase in volume, we can see this up to 85, maybe even 90 cents. Looking pretty good as long as it can break. So farm, I was talking about this boy, and look at that rip. I missed this rip. I'm kind of sad that I missed the big rip on farm, but that's all right. Pushing all the way back up to $300. Currently making a little flag there, as you can see with that downtrend. Re-break of $300. The farm could go for some new highs. This thing blew, just exploded over that previous 280 area of resistance, and it's now trying to hold that support. So very bullish move on farm. If you caught this rip up that I've been talking about the last couple of days, then good job for you. Very nasty rip, about a $60, $70 rip, maybe more if it continues to rip. Mirror Protocol still sneaking up at that 1420 area. It's actually going up pennies right now as I'm talking. Just went up 3 cents. There it goes, hitting 420. yeah, if it breaks 420, 425, this is going to start moving again. So looking pretty decent here with this. It's another one of them inverse head and shoulders patterns. There's shoulder there, head there, shoulder there. And if it breaks here, that'll be a leg up. So we could see it up to $5 here soon. Scale getting back above this uptrend. Shot up there and tested 40, bouncing off of the uptrend and the 10-day. Looks like Scale's probably going to try to break through 40 here and hold above it probably tonight. Looking very good at the moment. Solana up to $100. Can't say that I'm surprised. Very nice move. It's probably going to hang out around here a little bit. I don't think it's going to blow right through 100. This move right through here is about the same size as this move was. So maybe expect some sideways movement like this. There could be a pretty strong rejection off of 100 and it might come all the way back down to 80. But if it can build 80 as the new floor of support and keep testing 100, then we could see it up over 100. But very strong move out of Solana. So if you caught that after this consolidation, very nice job. Guys are out here making money right now if you're part of the Framework Fortune community and trading cryptos. So Tezos climbing higher. Pushed all the way up over 550. Got hung up at 570. But if it can continue this momentum up, we could see it up to 6, maybe even over 6. Previous all-time highs are 850. And that's that big U shape I was talking about. So actually, we may see, I'm going to make a bold prediction on this. We may see Tezos maybe up to $10 if Bitcoin and Ethereum break out the way they're looking like they might. I could see that. It feels a little bold to me, a little out of my comfort zone for a prediction, but with this big bowl of consolidation over the last 5 months, that type of consolidation usually leads to a pretty big breakout. So I think that's a possibility. It's a really good possibility if it breaks above 6 that we see it up to 7, 8, maybe even make new highs at 9. But definitely looks like it wants to try to move up, make another leg up in the market. So that's all the coins I'm going to cover for today. There is a lot of heat coming back into the crypto market again. We had a couple of days where it was a little sketchy, little sell-off, little breather. But as I was thinking, it was short-lived. We are pushing back up to these main resistance lines on a lot of these cryptos, especially the main two, Ethereum and Bitcoin. We break those resistance lines, and we're going to have another nice leg up across the crypto market. Bullish runs on more altcoins. Can be possibly a lot of money to be made if you're in the crypto space and you are trading smart. But we know how fast this crypto market can change. So you have to still be smart. Don't get reckless just because we're popping bottles of champagne. We are trading assassins, and we can't take a break just because the mission is going well. At any time, the mission could go sideways, and when that happens, we got to be ready to get out. If there's any coins that I'm not currently covering on a weekly basis that you would like me to cover, leave them in the comments down below. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.